अज्ञानातिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरोन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति शपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितं हे कृष्णकरुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसदि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे मुखं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुणवन्दनतारणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्येश्वरम् नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारणे निर्विशेष शून्यादि पश्चात देशतारणे हरे कृष्ण। Hope everyone is doing well. Priyanka Mataji, Chaitanya Jagdish Prabhu, Srinivas Murari Prabhu, Veena Mataji, Vijita Pandey, 4 to 10 Prasanna Mataji, Archana Mohini Mataji, Lakshmi Vijay Mataji, Padmavati Mataji, Sugandaraj Prabhu, Ajay Srivastava Prabhu, Sukhram Prabhu, Subha Chaitanya Prabhu, Ashok Singh Prabhu, X Prabhu, Ujjwala Bhakti Mataji, Ashok Prabhu, Sudhikshi Mataji, Vranda Sundari Mataji, Praneshwar Prabhu, Dwarkanath Prabhu, Abraham Govind Prabhu, Sandeep Prabhu, Rasavilasani Mataji, Ranjan. My obeisance to all of you, and we finished 8 chapters. You know. Can everyone see the screen?
Yes, Prabhu.
Ninth chapter is called King of Rajavidya. Rajavidya, the King of Knowledge. It has 4 topics. It has 4 topics. In the first 9th chapter, first 3 about the glory of Bhagavad Gita and glory of the knowledge. Krishna has a very inconceivable relationship with the metal world. Then who are the fortunate people who worship Krishna, who are unfortunate who don't worship Krishna. Then the glories of Bhakti.
You are on 4 to 10.
So इदं ते गुह्यतमं प्रवक्ष्यामि अनुसैवे ज्ञानं विज्ञानसहितं यज्ञात् मोक्षस्य अशुभात्. Krishna is telling, what is king of knowledge? Bhakti yoga. Not everyone can understand. Not everyone has qualification. So Krishna is telling, because you are non-envious, I'll give you the most confidential knowledge and realization. By attaining this, you'll become free from the miseries of the mental existence. First 6 chapters, it's called Guhya, Guhyatara, Guhyatama. What is secret? Krishna is telling for 6 chapters, you are on the, Krishna says you're not the body but spirit soul. That knowledge is secret because everyone thinks you are this body. Unless you read Gita, you don't know you're a spirit soul. Guhyatara means, just give me 1 minute. Can everyone see the screen? It is mentioned here. Can you see this? First chapter is more or less introduction. Second, third chapter, spiritual knowledge described is confidential. Topics discussed in 7th, 8th chapter specifically related to divine service because they bring enlightenment. They are more confidential. Matter described in Krishna consciousness is in 9th chapter deal with unalloyed pure devotion. That's where it's called most confidential. That is very important. Guhya, Guhyatara, Guhyatama. So what is most confidential? Your relationship with Krishna. So you understand, you realize you're not the body but spirit soul, that is confidential. Your relationship with Krishna, that is more confidential. How to attain that relationship? How to attain that relationship? Prayojana, pure bhakti. To attain prayojana, perfection of your life, you need to practice pure bhakti. That pure bhakti is described here. Because it is pure bhakti, is described in 9th chapter. To realize that relationship between you and Krishna. What is the relationship between you and Krishna? You are part and parcel of Krishna. You have relationship with Krishna in 5 mellows. You have relationship with Krishna in 5. What are the 5? What are the 5 relationships you have with Krishna? Jiva can have with Krishna.
Sakya, Vatsalya, Madhurya, and Shantarasa.
That's it. Santa, Dasya, Sakya, Vatsalya, Madhurya. Shantaras is passive. Dasya is servitorship. Sakyaras is friendship. Vatsalya is parental. And Madhurya is conjugal. These 5 relationships. That is, but how to realize that relationship is through Bhakti Yoga. That is most confidential. And Krishna is telling, I am giving this knowledge because what is the qualification? Non-envious. When we are envious of somebody, we are envious of Krishna. Idantate guhyatamam prayaksham anusuyave. There is a word anusuyame. When we are envious of somebody, when we are envious of anybody, we are envious of Krishna. If you are envious of anybody, you are envious of
Krishna.
That's it. And I have a question for you also. I'll ask you later. And Krishna says, I'm giving this knowledge because in non-envious, great. Now, second verse is very important. Can you see this? This knowledge is king of education, the most secret of all secrets. It is purest of the knowledge. Because it gives the direct perception of self by realization. Perfection of religion. It is everlasting and joyfully performed. I have a question for all of you before we go forward. Krishna is telling I am the most secret. You know, I have a question for all of you. In your home, you have a safe locker. The password you know only you. And you went and told your spouse, your husband or wife, whatever, or children. You know, this is the passcode. All the money is in that locker. The passcode is, you know, what? 012. And next day when you came, the locker is open, no money. So you become upset. Then you went outside. You know, you went to police station to complain. My locker is open and no money. I told this to only my children. Police said, laughed and said, we also know that locker, passcode 012. How do you know? They put in the Facebook. They put in the Facebook and naturally what is wrong? Anybody will take that money. You'll become upset with your family, yes or no? Huh? Krishna is telling in Bhagavad Gita, this is the secret of secrets. We sell Bhagavad Gita for $10. Sometimes we give free of cost also. Then where is the secrecy in this? This is the topmost of secrets. Raja Guhyam, king of secrets. Where is the secrecy, sir? When we are selling this for $5, sometimes we give free of cost also. So Krishna is telling lie, right? Huh? Do you agree this is still a secret, yes or no?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Gurudev.
How it is secret?
Because we need the Guru to open like the secrecy of the Bhagavad Gita.
I can't hear. Your voice is not clear.
On our own, we cannot understand, Prabhuji.
On
Prabhuji, we need a
our
Guru.
own, we cannot understand. We need a guru. One. Somebody else said something.
Unless we do a bhakti yoga, it is difficult to realize what is written in Bhagavad Gita.
Okay.
We can read it. It is in English. We can read it. And we can even understand a little bit. But to realize, we need a practice under the guidance.
Very nice. So, you can, somebody once, some Mataji answered, I don't know what she said, I can't hear. You want to repeat, Amma?
Prabhuji, I was saying the same thing that it's the Bhakti Yoga. We have to practice it under our Guru.
Very nice, thank you. I mean, mere English is not enough. By reading it, you can't understand. You need grace, Krupa. Without grace, Krishna, Guru's grace and Krishna's grace, you can't understand. Without understand, you can't apply. You know? So, if you don't have grace, you cannot even apply. That's why still it is a secret. If you don't have grace, even if you know, you will not have strength to practice. That's why it is a king of secrets, Hare Krishna. Raja Vidya is a king of secrets, yes. You know? So, you know, yes, we need grace, definitely. Spirit soul is eternal. Spirit soul is eternal. But the spirit soul is related to Krishna, part and parcel. How many people know in this world? How many people believe? If they believe, how many people practice? It is everywhere. Bhagavad Gita is everywhere. But nobody reads. If you read and don't understand, if you understand, you don't have time for application. You know, if you apply also, you are not fully convinced. Still, it is a king of secrets only. Hare Krishna. You know. So Bhakti Yoga, what Krishna is talking about is a Bhakti Yoga, Rajavidya, Rajaguhyam, Pavitram. Bhakti is very pure. Sometimes people say, I worship my Devata. That is not Bhakti. Or I will worship my country. That is not Bhakti. I worship my father and mother. That is not Bhakti. Bhakti is performed to Bhagavan. Who is Bhagavan? Bhagavan Ishvara Hari. Krishna is that Bhagavan. So Bhakti is performed in 9 ways. And bhakti is performed under the guidance of Guru. Otherwise, you can't understand. And bhakti is very pure. Why? If you apply it, you'll realize yourself, which is very pure. Soul is very pure. You know? And sushukam kartum avyayam. Bhakti is very easy to practice. When you come and do kirtan, you become ecstatic. When you eat prasad, you become ecstatic. You serve others, you become ecstatic. You get rid of ego. You know, kevala ananda kanda. This is it's a pleasurable, it's a pleasurable activity. Bhakti yoga, devotional service. Why? You are serving Krishna, who is actually a reservoir of pleasure. When you serve him, he'll give you pleasure. That's why bhakti is pleasurable. And second thing is avyayam. You do one round with sincerity. That one round is a bank account that will come with you. Family will not come. Relatives will not come. Career will not come. Body will not come. What will come? Bhakti will come. I have a question for all of you. Will the mind come with us?
Yes,
Yes,
No,
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Yes.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Anybody?
No, Prabhuji.
No, Prabhuji.
No, Prabhuji.
Mind is part of subtle body. Mind, intelligent, false ego constitutes subtle body.
Okay.
So in this bhakti yoga, we are purifying the subtle body. Once subtle body is deleted, then automatically the spirit soul go to super soul.
The question is, mind will come with you or not?
Yes, because of mind only we are getting the body. The subtle body is preparing the gross body.
No. Okay. No. Okay. Next, let me hear from somebody. Then I'll answer.
Okay.
Somebody else. Somebody said yes. Somebody said no. Yes means who will say yes? Who will say no? Mind will come.
No.
Will mind come with us? Yes. No. Go ahead.
No,
No,
Prabhuji.
Okay. No. Whoever no said no. I think Murli Prabhu. Go ahead. Whoever said no, speak please.
Prabhuji, because it's the soul, like with soul, it's just the bhakti that follows, nothing else. Everything is material.
Okay. So everything is material. So mind will not come with you. Okay. Anybody else?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Ah.
And Prabhuji, maybe when we get another like birth here in this world, mind will come with us. But if we are going back to Godhead, then mind will not come with us.
Last answer.
Prabhuji, gross body and subtle body will be dissolved, Prabhuji, when we go back to Godhead.
True. Actually, whoever said mind, if you are in the material world next lifetime, you have desires and karma, you'll take birth next birth in the material world, you have mind. So as long as you are taking gross and subtle bodies, different bodies, even the heavens, same mind is there. But once you are liberated, liberation means what is causing your body to go take next birth? Mind. So mind will be dissolved. Mind will be purified and mind will be dissolved. Then when there is no mind, there is no residual good karma, bad karma account. There are no desires because they are all stored in mind. The mind itself is dissolved. The subtle body is dissolved. Then only you will be liberated. So as long as you're in the middle world taking births, you have mind, no doubt. But once you're liberated, you're purified and liberated, you'll go back to Godhead. There is no mind. But ladies and gentlemen, I have to tell one thing. When you go back to Godhead, subtle mind is dissolved, that material mind is dissolved. In the spiritual world, you'll have a spiritual mind, which has nothing to do with the material mind. Kanan, you're listening?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. I understand now. Yeah.
So Bhagavatam says in the spiritual world you have mind, but that mind is not material mind. So unless the gross body and subtle body, especially subtle body, is dissolved, there is no liberation. So but when you are even supposing you're already in this body, you're liberated, Your subtle mind is dissolved, that material mind is dissolved, and that is replaced with the spiritual mind. Spiritual mind has got nothing to do with the material mind. That one should be clear. Clear?
Yes. So spiritual body also has the same structure like what we.
Spiritual body has spiritual mind, but that's totally different. Actually, let me tell you. So it's totally different. Yeah. So because bhumira panalavai kamano budreyo chahankar miti mein bhinna prakriti tashtata. So metal body is there and metal mind is there as long as we are in the spiritual material world. So the spiritual world, we have a true ego. What is a true ego? I am the servant of Krishna. That concept ego is there, but material ego is ahankar. I am the doer. I am the God. I am the mini Krishna. So that is the reason why we are here actually. So there won't be false ego, but true ego. That conception is there.
Okay, Prabhu. In the spiritual world also there is a family, Prabhu.
Spiritual world is also family. Why not? What is that? All the Krishna's friends, their families.
No, I mean husband, wife, and the kids.
Okay, this is the thing. No, thank you. No, actually, if you read it, Srimad Bhagavatam, third canto, Kingdom of God, Jay and Vijay pastime, it is mentioned. Wife and husband are there, but the your bhakti is so high, the whatever happens in the material world, that is not there. There is no sexual relationship.
Yeah, but will be getting the same spouse?
Okay,
because we came a million times. No, I mean not Mata.
Listen.
But we appeared million times in the material world, so there are many spouses.
Nice point. Actually, very good. Sometimes somebody अरे उधर जाने के बाद भी यही प्रॉब्लम है क्या? somebody said that. Prabhuji, muktir hetvaneta ropan swarupin vyavasthiti. So you have a spiritual form and spiritual relationship with Krishna. But no, definitely not. That is different actually. But this is the thing. You have a projection, a family setting is there. Actually, trust me, in spiritual world, there is no brahmacharya ashram. In the spiritual world, there is no brahmacharya ashram. Spiritual world, families are there. But usually what is our problem here? Controllership. Try to enjoy the material resources. Spiritual world, that is not there. So there is a family setting, you worship Krishna, but people are like, they have attained love of God. You're so bent on serving Krishna, you don't have anything else. I just know I came from a program and one girl asked, in this metal world, anything you do over a period of time, you get bored. So will you be bored after going to spiritual world 1 year after that? Like we will come to America, you have seen Niagara, you have seen Disneyland, you have seen Hollywood, Grand Canyon, then you're bored. Same thing with the metal world. I said, no, not like that. Definitely not. And I gave her the example. Just to see Krishna itself is happiness. Krishna is reservoir of pleasure. Krishna is the reservoir of pleasure. Actually, it is said when you see Krishna is so happy seeing you, and when Krishna sees you, his happiness increases. You're just by seeing you, Krishna, just by you seeing Krishna, you're so happy. Now Krishna saw you and his happiness increased. When you saw Krishna's happiness increasing, your happiness increases. When Krishna sees your happiness increasing, Krishna's happiness increases. When you see Krishna's happiness increasing, your happiness increases. When Krishna sees your happiness increasing, his happiness increases. When Krishna's happiness is increasing, your happiness increases. I'm honest with you, this can go for the rest of the eternity. In the material world, anything is over a period of time, you get bored because it is same. But spiritual world is not like that. Can you understanding or not?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
So,
Prabhuji, in a spiritual world, how can there be families, Prabhuji? And in what sense, Prabhuji?
just if you all can give me 1 minute, I will show you. So, I mean, what is your question? You said in spiritual world, how can there be a family? Why not? Prabhu, why we cannot have family?
Prabhuji, like my sense is, I mean, what sense we can have families in this? It is like a spiritual family of what? Like, do we have a family like kids and relatives that way, or we are eternal relationship as a family with the Krishna?
Um, 1 minute. Tell me, what do you see? Can you see this picture?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yeah.
Can you see on my left hand side there's wife and husband standing?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Can you see here on right hand side here wife and husband?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So, I mean, one point is even if I was there one time, I don't know how it happens. So, but the thing is, wife and husband concept is their family is there, but they're all steeped in love with Krishna. You know, steeped in love with Krishna, and that's why I said, you have attained love of God, Prabhu. You have no envy, you have no impurity. Right now, we are unable to fathom that. You know, so what is that? This is the thing. Now you can even imagine that in this material world, wife and husband, very advanced devotees. Children are initiated, wife and husband, everyone is initiated. I'm just giving an example. When both everyone is initiated, everyone is treating the other person as pure devotee and respecting others, then you can experience Vaikuntha in your home, bro. Why not? So maybe I'm just giving an example only, but spiritual, that's why I said, if everyone in your home is a pure devotee, how do you feel?
Very nice, Prabhuji.
Why not? You all get up in the morning, everyone chants, so you offer obeisance to everyone, and you offer obeisance to your spouse also. Spouse also offer obeisance to you, and you're seeing, she sees in your heart Krishna, and you see in her heart Krishna. You see Krishna in the heart of your children.
Would you then Gurukul is a family? Like
Swayambhu Manu gave birth to, two children, Uttanapad and who's one other? Priyavrat, and 3 daughters, Devahuti, Prasuti, and Akuti. So, but what type of children he gave birth to? His grandson is Kapil Muni, Krishna only. So another daughter, son-in-law is Lord Shiva only. And one more daughter gave birth to Yajna, who is also Krishna. So everyone is in your home only. And then Dhruma Rajtanapad. Eventually. So what type of family? But Swayambhu Muni is a Jiva soul. One son-in-law is Kardam Muni. Another son-in-law is Daksha Prajapati. So if everyone is so exalted, where is the room for sense enjoyment? Where is the room for control? Understanding or not?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Today everyone left the topic 9th chapter and we went to Bhagavatam straight. Hare Krishna. Very interesting.
This kind of families, Prabhuji, 1 in million or 1 in
It,
trillion.
it is there, right? Million or trillion, that is a different point. There or not? Give me 1 minute. So, but first of all, we want to go back to Godhead. Godhead means you need to be purified. What is the goal of life? You all heard you are not the body, you are a spirit soul. But you need to practice bhakti to purify yourself. Then what is the end goal? Go back to Godhead. This is the secret of secrets. But to practice it, to understand the urgency and importance, you need to have the Guru and Krishna's grace. Then you will understand how important it is. Though it is a secret, it's rightly available before your eyes. In Bhagavad Gita 9th chapter, if you don't have the grace of Guru and Krishna, you will not have that seriousness to implement bhakti in your life. Clear? Understanding? So it's secret of all secrets, pure knowledge, purest knowledge, directly perceived, everlasting and joyfully performed. Faith is a barometer of the progress. First class devotee, second class devotee, third class devotee. So people who have a lot of faith and what I've shown, they'll go back to Godhead. People are faithless, they'll continue cycle of birth and death. Oh, you cannot see my screen? Faith is a barometer of the progress. Uttamadhikari, Madhyamadhikari, Kanishtadhikari. Faith, what differentiates these grades? Faith. Immense faith. If you have immense faith, you will do sadhana, intense sadhana. What is the priority? What is the goal of life? Go back to Godhead. Then what is the importance? Sadhana and service. There is no laziness anywhere. Understanding or not? So actually, this nectar of instruction, the gradations are based on faith. If you have faith, I'm not the body, my time in this world is very limited. What you will do? You will take every situation as an opportunity to make progress. Understanding or not?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Uttamadhikari doesn't criticize anybody. And he always works on how to promote Krishna consciousness. Success or failure. Srila Prabhupada failed 30-40 years in India. Still came to America to promote Krishna consciousness. Though he was a failure in India. What a conviction and so he's no, I'm trying my best. Let Krishna do what he wants to do. Endeavor itself is a success because Krishna decides. Second class devotee, first class devotee doesn't criticize anybody. Second class devotee, he does. Prema Maitri Kripopeksha Yah Karoti Samadhyama. His goal of life is to attain the love of God. He makes friendship with devotees. And if anybody is sincere, he'll give Krishna consciousness, he'll impart Krishna consciousness to them. Apeksha, when somebody is envious, he ignores them. What are the 4th qualities of Madhyamadhikari? His goal of life is to attain the love of God. He makes friendship with those devotees who have a similar nature. Maitri, friendship. And when he sees somebody sincere, he preaches and gives Krishna consciousness to them. Apeksha, when he sees somebody envious, he ignores them. And what is Kanishtadhikari? First class, third class devotee? He is worshipping, he is initiated, but his faith is weak. He does a deity worship, but he discriminates. Oh, this is a businessman, rich man, rich devotee. This is a poor devotee. He discriminates. His faith is weak. So what is the thing that decides whether somebody is advanced or not advanced? Simple one word: faith. How many of you are understanding? Understanding, right?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, thank you.
Prabhuji, can I ask you a question?
Uh-huh.
So, I understand that we should not be criticizing devotees, like in devotee circle, but at work or in your professional life, is that even there we should not criticize anybody, Prabhu, if something is going on there?
Answer is this, bro. Telling chocolate as chocolate, biscuit as biscuit, and knife as knife, there is nothing wrong in it. Prabhupada mentions this. But unnecessarily we target somebody to defame them with envy. For offense to happen, there should be a element of envy. If you criticize somebody with a view to bring them down, that is wrong criticism. For example, your son comes to you and says, you tell them, Prabhu, you are not studying here well. You improve the subject. I know you're this subject you are not good, this subject you are not good. That is not criticism. That's very good. You're understanding or not?
Yes, Prabhu.
Telling what is wrong and showing where the problem is, perfect. That is not criticism. And that criticism, even if you think it is helping them. You're a doctor. And patient comes to you. Sir, my leg is broken. No, your hands are very beautiful. But sir, my leg is broken. No, your face is so sweet. But sir, my leg is broken. No, I'm a devotee, I'm a Vaishnava. I don't want to criticize others. Yaar, your leg is broken. Treat it. So temple, somebody is doing wrong things in the temple. You're in the management. So you call them and say, Prabhu, what you're doing is not right. You're doing wrong things. Please don't do that. And if you help them and correct them so that their life will become better, that is perfect criticism. But you don't tell others he has done this and you ruin his standing, prestige, then that will constitute even aparadha. But you call that person and tell them, Prabhu, I'm sorry to tell you this. This is not good for you. You're doing this. You're chanting like this. Do chant correctly. Or you said you'll do this service, but you're not doing it. You promised something, but you're not doing it. Lord Chaitanya, during Gundicha Marjanam, Gundicha temple cleaning, he corrected devotees who are not doing it nicely. Why not? It's important. How many of you are understanding? Whether it is work or home, you criticize, you rectify that person with the view to bring something best out of him. That is perfect. But what we are talking about is you target a person and you criticize the person with the view to bring him down out of envy. He's becoming famous, and he's becoming famous, and you cannot tolerate that. If somehow you want to bring him down and you target, that is out of envy. You criticize them. You tell all the things that they have not done. That is wrong. Are all understanding or not?
Yes, Prabhuji.
The Manan Prabhu, you understood?
Yes, Prabhuji, but sometimes the things are very subjective too, because um, let's say you are working with somebody, that person is not repeatedly doing the work, and sometimes you have to go and ask that person's manager, right? So that even after bringing that person those problems to that person again and again, do you think that's a criticism, Prabhu?
I made it very clear, Prabhu. I said, as long as, I mean, you're not, whatever you said, you're not targeting that person. You know?
Right.
So you want to solve the problem. You are working for the betterment of the company because they're paying you. So you want to do, you are doing to make it better, to make the situation better. You're going to some other person and do it with, why not? As long as, Prabhuji, let me tell you, Paramatma, Super Soul, Krishna is in your heart as Paramatma. If you're honest in your endeavors, you're protected. If you have malice and you're targeting that person out of envy, then you'll have problem. Okay?
Got it. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Now, the first 3 verses, Krishna said, I'm giving the first fun quality you need to have. You're non-envious. Second thing is, this is King of Secret, the King of Secrets, because it speaks of Bhakti. If you perform Bhakti, you'll realize you're a spirit soul and you'll realize your relationship with Krishna. And eventually you'll go back to Godhead, and Bhakti is easily performed. And whatever little bit you perform in this life, 5%, next lifetime it will continue, you'll continue from 6%. And so Bhakti is everlasting, there is no diminution. Then faith is very important, if you're faithful, you'll go back to Godhead. Third verse speaks of the faith. If you're not faithful, you'll come back to you'll continue the cycle of birth and death. These are 3 verses. Now, 4th to 10th, very interesting. Krishna speaks of his relationship in the material world. Krishna speaks of his relationship with the material world. Can you see this? Krishna has an inconceivable relationship with us. Very tricky. Krishna uses tricky words here. 4 to 10. Krishna is a source of material and spiritual energies. And Krishna is not directly involved in the creation. And, you should understand. Maya tadamidam sarvam jagat avyakti murtina matstani sarvabhutani nachaham teshu avastita. This is the verse. By me, in my unmanifested form, the entire universe is pervaded. All the beings are in me, I am not in them. Wow. So Krishna uses the double language here. Can you see? All the beings are in me, but I am not in them. And see, next verse is also same. He'll tell later is. At everything created does not rest in me. Beyond my mystic opulence, I am the maintainer of living entities. Although I am everywhere, I am not part of the cosmic manifestation. For myself is the very source of creation. So Krishna is telling, I have created everything, still it is not in me. So Krishna is not like Atlas carrying this load. Wow, Atlas come for the party. Where will I come to the party? This soul, this earth is sitting on my head. I cannot come. Krishna is not like that. All they have created, I am not directly connected. Wow. I am the maintaining of everyone. I am still not part of the creation. Why? I am the source of creation. Actually, this is very confusing, these next 6 verses, You're all listening? But I can explain to you. This is the thing. Krishna is not easy to. Krishna has a very inconceivable relation with Krishna. I mean, Krishna has inconceivable relation with this material world. And a simple thing is, you know, this is the easiest way to understand. Can everyone see the screen?
Yes, Prabhuji.
First of all, Krishna expands to become Balramji to Sankarshan, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, Vasudeva. And from that Sankarshan comes Narayan. From that Narayan comes second Chaturvyuha, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, Vasudeva. And from that Sankarshan comes again Mahavishnu. From the pores of Mahavishnu comes all the universes. You're listening? And all the universes come. Then Mahavishnu glances metal energy. Mahavishnu glances. When he glances the metal energy, then we are all injected into the womb of the metal energy. We are all injected into the womb of the metal energy. What is metal energy? Durga. You know, she is in charge of 3 modes. Then Mahavishnu creates all the universes, and then that's how we are created. Krishna also, the Mahavishnu is the super soul of the cosmic manifestation. Garbhosai Vishnu is the super soul of this universe. And Kshirasai Vishnu is the super soul of the living entities. You know, between atom and atom, Andantarastha Paramanu Jayantarastham Govinda Madhupurushantam Bhajami. So Krishna is present in his expansions. You know, so bricks and cement come from Krishna, but bricks and cement is not Krishna. Last week I told, what is the last week I told? Krishna is, you know, like, you know, Bill Gates has Microsoft, and you know, he said we established Microsoft with all the centers all over the world. But your computer is spoiled, you don't need to call Bill Gates, because he set the machinery. You know, he put the rules. He sits in one place and he enjoys. So likewise, the material creation and activities are taken care by Krishna's expansions. How many of you are understanding? You know, so the metal Maya, you know, the Krishna speaks, you know, Maya Dakshina Prakriti Suyate Sacharacharam. So Maya works under my direction. Like king is there, king is in his palace. The under kingdom, king is directly or indirectly present. How indirectly present? By his employees. You know, for example, state chief minister, or you know what, senator, whatever, they are all reporting to president only. President is not directly present, but by his hierarchy. So likewise, Krishna is not directly present, but Krishna is non-different from his creation. I don't know how many of you are understanding. You're with me so far. How many of you are with me?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes,
Yes.
Prabhuji.
So Krishna is running the show with his energies, but only one difference between us and Krishna. What is that? Krishna is non-different from his energy. That is where we differ with Krishna. For example, Bill Gates has all these branches all over the world, Microsoft. But Bill Gates, you know, of course, he created it. But how Krishna is different from Bill Gates' organization? In this example, Bill Gates is different from his centers, but Krishna is non-different from his centers. That is the only difference. Actually, no, remove Bill Gates, I'll tell you example. Should I tell? Simple example. You all have your car. Your car is your energy. Your bank account is your energy. You know, you have a home. That is your energy. You have created it. Are you different from that or not? You are different from your bank account. You are different from
Different.
your homes. You are different from your car. With Krishna is also different from his car, different from his everything, but Krishna is also one with the car. Vrindavan is also Krishna. Krishna's name is also Krishna. Krishna's creation is also Krishna. At the same time, Krishna is different from the creation. At the same time, Krishna is one with the creation. That is how we are different from Krishna. Hari Bol. How many of you understood?
Yes, Prabhuji.
This is
Hari
Achintya
Bol.
Veda Veda Tattva.
Sorry, Prabhu,
Simultaneous.
what is it?
This is what is called Achintya Bheda Abheda Tattva. Simultaneously one with the creation, but at the same time different from the creation. How many of you understood? How many of you didn't understand? If you want, I can repeat again. It took time, but
Prabhuji, could you please repeat one more time?
Prabhuji, please repeat.
okay, repeat. I'll tell you. How we are different from Krishna. Simple thing. Remove Bill Gates. I'll tell you your example. You all have bank account. One person, tell me how much money you have. We are actually going for construction right now. So I'm joking. Nobody says. So don't worry. You know, you have a bank account. Okay, it has, let us see, $2,000. You have a Tesla car. You have a 5-bedroom home. You know, they are all your energies. Yes or no? They are all your
Energy.
Are you different from your money? Yes or no? Are you different from your car? Yes or no? Are you different from your home? Yes or no? Thank you. You're no, definitely different. But with Krishna, Krishna is also different from his creation. Krishna is also different from his from everything. Whatever Krishna has created. But at the same time, Krishna is one with the creation. That is the only difference between you and Krishna. Between us and Krishna. Vrindavan is created by Krishna, but Krishna is not different from Vrindavan. Krishna created this metal world. Krishna is different from the metal world. But Krishna is also one with the metal world. Wow, that's why Krishna can appear right before you. Though Krishna is in Golok Vrindavan, because he is one with the creation, he can appear right before you in 1 second. Haribol. This is what is called a Achintya Bheda Abheda Tattva, simultaneously one with the creation and different. Understanding or not? So Krishna is one with his energies. Krishna is different from his energies at the same time. This is what's called Achintya Bheda Bheda Tattva, postulated by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. There is one word, Achintya, inconceivable. How? You cannot understand. It is inconceivable. How many of you are clear or not clear? Should I repeat again?
Prabhuji, Krishna created this material world, that is clear, but Krishna is the creation. Like Krishna is not different than creation. That part I'm still understanding.
Krishna. Okay, actually, no, 2 weeks ago I told, Urna Nabhi, spider. Spider creates the creation from his body, from spider's body. When liquid comes, she weaves the web. So web is different from spider. Web is different from a spider. So, but spider is, because spider has created the web. So spider is different from the web. Likewise, Krishna created the creation. So before Krishna created, there was creation, there was no creation. But because Krishna created the creation, Krishna is different from the creation. You agree or not? Krishna is different from the creation. But what happens after some interval, after some time, Krishna winds up the creation. Like what does spider do? Spider unwinds the web, takes all the threads into the body only. It will eat up. Likewise, Krishna also annihilates the universe. He withdraws the creation. That time there is no creation. But the one thing you don't understand is, creation is when creation is existing, creation is different, Krishna is different. But the creation came from Krishna. Creation is also non-different from Krishna because creation came from Krishna's energy. Simple thing, Amma. Krishna and his energy, non-different. Simple point. Clear or not?
So
You
clear.
and your energy, different. Krishna and his energy, non-different. Krishna and his energy, different also.
Okay, Prabhuji. Yes. Thank you.
This
That's
is
why.
absolute one, isn't it, Prabhu? This is called absolute one.
Yes, 1 plus 1 is 1. 1 minus 1 is 1.
That's one.
That is absolute true. You know, creation is there. That is also Krishna. At the same time, because it is created by Krishna, it is different from Krishna. Because when creation was not there, Krishna was there. Creation is there, Krishna is there. Creation is withdrawn, Krishna is still there. That is the difference between you and Krishna. That's why, to make you understand, I told this. Actually, energy and energetic abheda. Energy and energetic, Shakti Shaktiman abheda. So, but in your case, your bank account is your Shakti, your energy, but they are different. So that is how we are. Krishna is different from us. But Shakti Shaktiman abheda, but you and your bank account are not abheda. You are different, your bank account is different. But Krishna and his energy, one and the same. At the same time, because Krishna created these energies, they are different also. What's it called? Achintya Bheda Abheda Tattva. Simultaneously, they are one and different. This is inconceivable. It's like Radharani and Krishna different, but I don't want to use that word here. We are speaking Tattva. I don't want to bring Leela here. And then it was on my tongue past 10 minutes. Radharani is his internal energy. But that way they are not different. But they are different also. Best thing is we are speaking Tattva. Let us not bring that here. And should I go forward? Any question?
In creation, you showed Parasakti, but I remember Mahavishnu is looking at Mahalakshmi and Mahalakshmi creating everything in a second.
Where?
That is Bhagavatam, Prabhu. I don't remember the verse. Mahavishnu think that, okay, I'm going to create, then looks at Mahalakshmi, that's the vision and everything created.
Prabhuji, actually, it is given in Brahma Samhita. This metal, what is that? Durga is actually a maid servant of Rama.
Okay.
So, and Vishnu is not directly involved in the creation. That's why when he glances, that glance is Shambhu. And that Shambhu, that is Lord Shiva actually.
Okay.
So Vishnu comes in contact with Durga through the agency of Lord Shiva.
Okay.
Understanding?
Yeah, continue.
So basically, simple point is Krishna is a source of creation. Krishna is different from creation because Krishna is non-different from his energies. Krishna is also one with the creation. That one should understand. Clear?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. Then
Krishna is the source of creation.
Yes.
Second thing.
Krishna is a source of non-different from this creation. But at the same time, Krishna is non-different from his energy. Krishna is also one with the creation. You're understanding? Now, (11 to 25). Let us see. Then Krishna tells this, fools deride me when I descend human form. They do not know my transcendental nature as the Supreme Lord of all that be. Actually, you should know one more point I want to make. What is that? Krishna doesn't have direct connection with the metal energy. Krishna doesn't have a direct connection with the metal energy. Who deals with metal energy?
Durga.
No. Vishnu Tattva, Vishnu deals with metal energy, but he also does not touch metal energy. He comes through the agency of Shiva. Sometimes people say Shiva, why Shiva is not Supreme Personality of Godhead? Shiva comes in contact with Durga, metal energy. What is the problem with Durga? Matter. We are spirit. A matter means there is a degradation with matter. Matter decays, but spirit has no decay. So Shiva comes in contact with the metal energy, Durga. Everyone is understanding? So Vishnu deals with metal energy and he doesn't come in contact with metal energy. Vishnu deals with the metal energy through the agency of
Durga. Shiva. Sorry,
No, sir.
Glance. Yeah, glance is Shiva.
That glance is Lord Shiva, exactly. Now, Avajanante Mamoda, Manshim Tanmasritam Paramba, Majananto Mumbutameshwaram. Krishna is telling people don't know me. So, when I come to this world, people, they condemn me. Fools, fools deride me, they condemn me. Oh, I know, he plays with what gopis. They don't know me. So, they don't know my transcendental nature. They don't know I'm Supreme Lord. Mama Bhuta Maheshwaram. I'm Supreme Lord. So that is one point you should know. Then Mogasa Moga Karmano, Mogyana Vichitasa, Rakshima Jeva, Prakriti Mohini Srita. Those who are bewildered are attracted to demoniac and atheistic views. In deluded condition, their hopes for liberation, fruitive activities, their culture of knowledge are defeated. If you are demoniac, you are Rajagun Tamagun, you have atheistic views, you are attracted to fruitive activities. I'll do that one, I'll do this one, I'll become a doctor, I'll become an engineer, I'll make money, I'll build that buildings, I'll rent the, I'll get money. Throughout life, that's how you are not interested in spiritual life at all. That's how Maya will take you away. But 13th verse is very good. Mahatmanastamam Bharata Daivi Prakriti Masrita Bhajindi Mananya Manaso Jnata Bhutadi Mabhyam. So Krishna is telling, if you are a Mahatma, you are under a Mahatmanastamam Bharata Daivi Prakriti. First time Radharani is coming into picture in Bhagavad Gita. Where? Divine Daivi Prakriti. Can you see me on the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
So, this is a spiritual energy. You want to go to Krishna, you need the shelter of Radharani. This is Radharani, Devi Prakriti. Divine nature. Right? So, So devotees means pure devotees. Immediately Krishna comes into the shelter, and they come under Krishna's shelter. They constantly engage bhakti, and bhakti. They know Krishna is Supreme Lord. Then they perform bhakti, and bhakti is inexhaustible. Every round you chant with focus, it is an eternal credit. Every service you do is an eternal credit. We all can become Mahatma, pure Mahatma. How? Continue. You're all, I'm sure many of you are initiated. Continue to follow the process. Chant 16 rounds, follow forget principles, sincerely practice bhakti. You will be under Radharani's protection. You will be under Krishna's protection. And you stay on the bus, you will go back to Godhead also. To become Mahatma, what you should do? Few things you have to do. Stay on the bus. Okay, good. What next? Perform bhakti. Understand Krishna's Supreme Lord. Continue bhakti. Then you will become Mahatma. Mahatma is not a political name. To become Mahatma, what we should do? Understand Krishna's Supreme Personality of Godhead. Worship Him continuously. Then you will be under the control of Devi Prakriti, Radharani. In fact, when you perform bhakti, Radharani will take you to Krishna. Understanding or not?
Yes.
Now, sometimes people ask this question. Why should we chant 16 rounds? Anyone has any question like that? Why not 2 rounds? Why not 4 rounds? So this is the answer. Verse number 14. Always chanting my glories, endeavoring with determination, bowing down before me. These great souls perpetually worship me with devotion. Krishna is not telling just 16 rounds. How many rounds? Always. Satatam kirtayantamam yatantascha dridhavrata. When? How long?
24 hours.
16 rounds or 22 rounds, 32 rounds, 84. How many rounds?
Always.
Always. Satatam, all the time. Then some people say, so then how do I work then?
That's why 16.
Prabhuji is telling that's why 16. True. So chanting Krishna's name is service. Doing service is also service.
Yeah.
So your 9 to 5 work, if you chant, someone has to feed your belly. Who? So go and work for the pleasure of Krishna. Krishna tells Arjuna, Ma manusvara yudhyacha. You do the fighting. What you do? You fighting, remembering me. So by the concept of offering food to Krishna in your home, having Krishna's picture or deity in your home, your 9 to 5 job becomes bhakti. But at least minimum you have to do. To remember, I am working for Krishna, not for Microsoft or Google. You are working for Krishna because Google and Microsoft are also Krishna's energies. So what you have to do, you get up in the morning, you chant 16 rounds, then you'll understand. You read Bhagavad Gita for 15 minutes, then you'll understand this is all Krishna's energy. I am part and parcel of Krishna, and I have chanted 16 rounds. Now my consciousness is clear. Let me go and work for Krishna. Google, which is actually Krishna's energy. Then you work. Then Krishna is at your home. So you need to offer food to Krishna. So bring that money. By the concept of offering food to Krishna, your 9 to 5 job becomes bhakti. You have a home. By paying rent to Krishna's home, that is also bhakti. You have children. By understanding these are Krishna given children, Krishna given spouse, let me take care of them. And if you do that, that's also bhakti. To do all these things, I need to give rest to my body. You sleep 10 o'clock to evening 6 or morning 6, 5 o'clock. Sleep is also bhakti. Sorry, 9 to 5 is over. 6 o'clock you come home and take care of your family 6 to 10 o'clock. In the mood of servant for the pleasure of Krishna. That is also bhakti. But for all these things to happen, you get up in the morning and chant using 16 rounds. Then only you'll be able to do all these things and with the proper consciousness. Understanding or not?
Yes, Prabhu.
So, otherwise, you are doing full time, then you chant all the time. Then you chant all the time, then who will do the preaching? That is also bhakti only. Speaking about Krishna is also bhakti. Cooking for Krishna is also bhakti. Either you are helping the preaching or you are feeding a devotee who is preaching. More or less everyone in the temple is preaching only. So Krishna is telling, not 16 rounds, chant my name all the time.
Bharati Prabhu said if we are speaking about Krishna or chanting only.
Yes. Now, some ignore Krishna form and worship him in other ways. What is that? Ekatvena, Prataktena, Bahuda, Visatomuka. I have a question for all of you. Let us see. We'll go there. Others who engage in sacrifice by the cultivation of knowledge and worships of Supreme Lord as one without second, as diverse in many and in the universal form. I want to give some information here. Who engage in sacrifice by the cultivation of knowledge, Jnana Yogi, worships Supreme Lord as one without second, as diverse in many and in the universal form. So first point is, you are focusing on Krishna only Krishna, your Mahatma. Perfect, sir. Congratulations. But some people, and can everyone see the here? Some of them already been described as a distressed, financially destitute, inquisitive, and who are engaged in the cultivation of knowledge. There are others who are still lower. Actually, we already read. There are 4 types of people who approach Krishna. What are the 4 types?
Distressed, inquisitive.
Artho jignasarardad jnani. Chaturvida bhajantema jana sukritanojana. Who are the 4 good people who will approach Krishna? Who are the 4 good people, fortunate people who approach Krishna? People who are distressed, artho, jignas, inquisitive, ardharthi, who want money, jnani, who has knowledge. So just to jog your memory, one question. Who is example for distressed?
Gajendra.
Gajendra, because he is going to die now. He was stuck in the clutches of crocodile. He was caught up. Ardharthi, who is example for Ardha?
Dhruva.
4th chapter is going on, 4th canto. Dhruva Maharaj. Ardharthi, Dhruva. Jignasu, inquisitive.
Sages of Naimisharanya.
Sages of Naimisharanya. That is Jignas. Jnani. 4 Kumars. Sukadeva Goswami also. So these are 4. They are not pure devotees. I am making a point here. The 4 types of people I said, they are pious people, but they are approaching Krishna for some material benefit. You know, the problem with the first and second, once your distress is gone, you will not come to temple. Some people come to temple, Prabhu, my Lord, give me job. Krishna gives job, then they'll never come back again. Job mil gaya na? So Krishna, these are pious people who are distressed, who want money, and who want knowledge, and who is knowledgeable, and who is inquisitive. You know. But below them, can you see this? He who worships himself as one with the Supreme Lord, this is lower. He who concocts some form of the Lord and worships that, and he who accepts universal form. So these are even further low. Some people, they think I am God. Angrahopasana, that's low. How many of you know the Babas in India? They worship themselves as Krishna. That is very low. That is very low. And some people, they worship their forms, they concoct the forms and they worship. That is also low. And ladies and gentlemen, very important one point I need to make. Some people worship universal form. People like Haridas Thakur never worshipped Krishna's universal form. In the movies and all, they show universal form. Why we should not worship universal form? Anyone knows?
That is opulence, Prabhuji.
No.
Because it's imaginary, Prabhuji.
Because it is what?
It's
Imaginary.
temporary, Prabhuji.
It is temporary. Thank you. Please mute. Krishna's forms, every form is eternal, except one. What is that? Universal form. Why? Because the universe is temporary. It manifests and unmanifests. But universe, to operate, you need universal form. It is temporary. You know? Of course, Bhagavad Gita, it says it's imaginary also. That word is there, but actually it is temporary. It is a temporary. That's why people like Haridas Thakur never worshipped universal form. How many of you clear? You know? So, one thing you should know, we should not, I am God, you should not worship yourself like that. That is wrong. And devotees don't do that anyway. And we should not concoct a form of God and worship. No, we have Krishna very clear. Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarvakarana Karanam. So Krishna is very clear. You know, Prabhupada says this is how Krishna would look like. Fantastic. Now, Krishna speaks. I am the ritual, I am the sacrifice, offering to ancestors, healing herb. I am the chanting, I am the butter, fire, and offering. Wow, Krishna is telling about himself. Aham kratur aham yajna, swadaham aham aushadam, mantroham aham evajyam, aham agnir aham hutam. Now Krishna is, his energy is not different from Krishna, right? So Krishna is talking that way. I am all of these things. Now Krishna is telling, Pitamaha Jagato, Mata Data Prapitamaha, Vidyam Pavitra Munkara, Ruksama Igre Vacha. Krishna is telling, I am the father of the universe. I am the father of universe. I am the mother. I am the support. I am the grandfather. I have a question for all of you. How Krishna is father of the universe?
You are the father. Everything is coming.
Because he created it. And when he created, he is the father. Right? Now next question. How Krishna is a grandfather?
Without even the creation, Krishna was there, Prabhuji.
Huh?
Without even the creation, Krishna was still there.
I know, that's fine. Krishna is the creator, that's why he's the father of the universe. And then how Krishna is the grandfather?
Because Brahma created, and Brahma's father is Krishna. Krishna
True.
created Brahma.
Fantastic. Krishna is, that's why grandfather also. You know, Then one more, you know. That is it. So Krishna is telling now, I am the object of knowledge. I am the syllable Omkar. I am also the Vedas, Ruksama, Yajurveda. Krishna is telling. Now Krishna is telling, I am the goal of everyone, sustainer, master, witness, abode, refuge, and most dear friend. I am the creation and annihilation, the base of everything, the resting place and eternal seat. So first thing is, what is our goal? Krishna. Going back to Godhead is our goal. Who is maintaining this world? Krishna is maintaining. Who is the master of this world? Krishna is the master of the world. But as a super soul, Krishna is the witness. I have a question for all of you. When you do something, does Krishna know yes or no?
Yes.
How?
Yes.
Krishna is sitting in our heart as super soul, Paramatma. So anything you do, Krishna, Krishna knows. And Krishna is also, actually, if you worship demigods, you will go to demigods planet. But the demigods planet is temporary, it's in the material world. But Krishna's planet is a permanent spiritual world. So we should not go anywhere. We should not worship any devatas. We should worship only Krishna. Okay. Then Krishna is telling, I am the dearmost friend. Why? Krishna wants us to come back, because he has created us. We came to this metal world. Krishna is helping us as super soul to come back. Krishna is our dearmost friend. So Krishna created the creation, Krishna maintains the creation, Krishna annihilates the creation also. That's why everything is a Krishna only. I give heat, I withhold and send forth the rain. I am immortality. I am also death. And both spirit and matter are in me. So Krishna is telling, now he's talking. Actually, 9th chapter, Krishna first he speaks about the knowledge, Krishna's inconceivable relationships. Then, some devotees worship, some people don't worship him. So Krishna is telling here, actually in this universe there is nothing, there is only one thing, Krishna. Everything comes from Krishna only. Through his energies. Krishna operates this universe through his energies. Krishna is telling, I am immortality, but I am also death. If you worship Krishna, you will, you'll go back to Godhead. But if you forget Krishna, you'll continue the cycle of birth and death. Hare Krishna. Matter comes from Krishna, spirit also comes from Krishna. I have a question for all of you. Should I ask?
Yes,
Krishna is
Prabhuji.
source of all the energies. Lakshmi ji is spiritual energy. Radha is Radha. Durga is metal energy. Who is the source of Durga and Lakshmi ji?
Radharani.
Radharani. Who is Radharani?
Internal potency of Krishna.
Internal potency of Krishna. Internal potency, Antaranga Shakti, pleasure potency. So overall, it's only one energy that splits up into multifarious energies. Internal energy. So Lakshmi ji comes from Radharani, Durga also comes from Radharani. So that is the reason why rather than focusing anything, since Krishna is both matter and spirit, the gigantic universal form is also Krishna. His past tense and Vrunda has 200 Shyam Sundar playing flute are those of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So rather than focusing anything, what you have to do? Focus only on Krishna. Focus only on Krishna playing the flute, that is it. In Vrindavan, Aradhya Bhagavan, Rajesha Tanaya Tadhama Vrindavanam. So we worship Krishna in Vrindavan. That is the sweetest form of Krishna. You know. But after telling that, Krishna says some people, they are not interested in pure bhakti. Then what happens? If you are not interested in pure bhakti, some people want to go to heavenly planets. Then what happens? Those who study Vedas, drink so much juice, seek heavenly planets, worship me indirectly. Purified of sinful reactions, they take birth on pious and heavenly planets of Indra, where they enjoy godly delights. When they have thus enjoyed vast heavenly sense pleasure, the results of their pious activities are exhausted. They return to mortal planet again. Those who seek sense enjoyment by adhering to the principles of three Vedas achieve only repeated birth and death. I have a request for all of you. Tell all your relatives, don't go to heavenly planets. Why?
No service, Prabhuji. They have to come down again.
That is one thing. They have to come to Krishna disapproves going to heaven. What does Krishna disapprove? Krishna does not encourage anybody to go to heaven. Why? Okay, you have a lot of punya. Like you work in, what is that? You have worked in an office, very hard work. You moved, you launched everything into production. The company is very happy. They gave you $20,000 credit card and said, you can go to Hawaii and enjoy. You can go to Florida and enjoy. How long can you go into Hawaii and enjoy? As long as $20,000 are there, the whole Four Seasons hotel will entertain you. One day they'll come and say, sir, your money is exhausted. Tomorrow is the last day. Can you give credit card, another credit card? I said, no. Then he said, please vacate. Then where will you come back? Michigan only. So, these heavenly planets are so temporary. Krishna strongly discourages. So Krishna actually thoroughly discourages going to heavenly planets. Which place should we go? Krishna suggests.
Golok Vrindavan.
That is it. Golok Vrindavan. So, but my request to you, Krishna, can you see this? Some people in India, they love to go to heavenly planets. But that's not good. But Krishna is telling, please see these verses. Very important. Okay, there is a devotee asking, should we go to Golok Vrindavan or Vaikuntha? If you have attachment,
Can we go to Ayodhya also?
okay, this is the thing. You want to go to Ayodhya, you want to go to Vaikuntha, you want to go to Golok Vrindavan, worship Lord Chaitanya, chant Hare Krishna. If you want pure Vraj Bhakti, you worship one-pointed devotion Lord Chaitanya in the mood of Santa and Dasyaras. Lord Chaitanya will give you love of God, whereby you'll go to Golok Vrindavan. And in your spiritual form, you'll serve Krishna and Golok Vrindavan, which is very ideal because the doors of Golok Vrindavan are open only once in day of Brahma for some years. Krishna himself came and Lord Chaitanya himself came as Krishna. That the doors for Golok Vrindavan are open for some time. Once they are closed for a very long time. One day of Brahma, Krishna comes. 99 Divi Yugas, Krishna doesn't come. Only one Divi Yuga, Krishna comes. Luckily, by our good fortune, Krishna came personally 5,000 years ago. After Krishna comes, Lord Chaitanya comes in Kali Yuga. Sri Chaitanya, Radha and Krishna combined form. That Lord Chaitanya also came. So, if we worship Lord Chaitanya in the mood of Dasharas, she will give entrance into Golok Vrindavan, which is very difficult. This place very difficult to go. But some people want to go to Ayodhya, part of Vaikuntha. Then we worship Lord Chaitanya. Lord Chaitanya will facilitate you going back to Ayodhya, part of Vaikuntha. Some people want to go to Vishnu planets of Vaikuntha and worship Lord Chaitanya, chant Hare Krishna. Lord Chaitanya, if that is your desire, he will facilitate that also. Understanding or not? You're listening? Understanding?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. Now I'll touch this only verse, but very important. Ananya Sintayantamam Yejana Paripasate Tesham Nityabhiyuktanam Yoksham Mahamyaham. But those who always worship me with exclusive devotion, meditating on my transcendental form, to them I carry what they lack, I preserve what they have. Wow. Krishna is telling you, if you worship me with continuous devotion, then whatever you have, Krishna will protect. What you don't have, Krishna will give. Wow. I can tell a story on this next week. Please ask.
Oh.
There is a nice story on this.
Guru of Raghunath Das Goswami.
Yes. Yadunandan Acharya got doubt on this. Exactly. So we'll discuss this story next week. If you worship Krishna sincerely, whatever you don't have, Krishna will give. Whatever you have, he'll protect. Whatever you have, Krishna will protect. Whatever you don't have, Krishna will give. So my request to you all, continue worshipping Krishna without any deviation. 16 rounds, you don't need to worship anybody else. But of course, we need to respect Devatas. We'll see that next week. You'll stop it here, 22nd verse. We'll see the story next week. Any question or comment? Otherwise, we'll end it here. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यो च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो
Hare Krishna.
वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंतकोटि वैष्णववृंद की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की
Jai.
थैंक यू। दंडवत प्रणाम।
Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna.